living in a dream. Now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return is positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Right there, man.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Hey, flipper. Hey, switch gears. Check three. Hey, Ringo, 48.
A first down throw for Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Yellow. Hey, Alpha.
From the 36, Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it's 3rd and 5.
Perfect.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line. Yo. Mike 5-4. I'm going. Hey, exit. I'm going back to you. Tighten up. Hey, 382. Let it 50.
Now a play fake here on first down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Carson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson being checked. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They run for it with Carson.
Oh, man.
Down hard, but he will have the first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Leave it, bring up 48. Listen to me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
52, jam it, wide. Kill, turn up, kill.
Cousins gives way to Cook. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 40-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6. 54, right there.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. It's Carson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Hey, 1 set. Check right 50. Hey, orbit. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Wow.
Head scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Oh, God.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up.
On 1st down, Carson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Hey, dude was wide open, bro.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
$180. 54 Mike. Two. SOS.
Hey, no, easy.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Cousins the thrower. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Cousins now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Cousins now. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. 29 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
14, got it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the 39, Wilson forced out to his left. And his throw here is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On third down, it's Carson, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Alert.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, right side. Carson, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think what you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Carson fumbles the football, and this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Shit. Hey, clicker. Hey, we're good.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
You ain't doing nothing. Hey, Charlie, you ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch. One. Hey, Zoo. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Army.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Hey, check 24. Throw. Check 25.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, they got the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the left.
And at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Wilson completes it to Dixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second and goal, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
I gotta do is back there and they would give me my pick. I'm here trying.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow,
that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, it's Cook. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. To throw on second and 6, Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. Here's Wilson. And he can't corral it.
It was my pick, man. I know the ball, bro.
Hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. He's back to throw. And
there you go.
Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
There we go.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time.
Man.
It's one of those situations.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Go, go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
The nigga is still right. Oh, my shit.
Better bring it.
Okay.
Better bring it.
You gotta pick your poison, baby. Who's gonna what? Okay.
Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Oh, who got everybody up there?
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. First.
No, yeah.
Hey, 382, let's 50. Hey, Haywood.
Cousins here to throw. That's complete to the receiver Thielen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot for Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.